How's it going, people? Simon Slapper here, and it is Monday, which means update day, and today we see treasure trail update and community tools being added to the game. So yeah, there's quite a few new trails. In fact, there's 20 brand new ones, and apparently there's going to be bigger hauls of loot at the end of all of these treasure trails, as well as all new rewards to see as well. There's also the player examine function, allowing you to view details about other players and control how much of your own can be seen, plus improvements to the Orb of Oculus, which has been a long time coming. So first things first then, treasure trails. So first up, there's there's 20 brand new treasure trails for you to actually go and have a gander at. There's going to be 5 for each level, so easy, medium, hard, elite, mega daddy clue. I can't even remember what clues there are. Anyway, there's going to be 5 on each. And you're going to be able to apparently re-roll the rewards. These can be earned by completing 3 treasure trails of the same tier. If you don't like the reward you get, you can use a re-roll from within the interface on the reward page to re-roll it into something random. Of course, this is going to give you a chance of getting something awesome, or just basically what you've already got. So it is a bit random, but it does give you the ability to re-roll it, which is always a nice thing. So the rewards themselves is where the biggest changes are going to be coming. You should find that on average the spoils of your efforts are much richer than before and better reflecting the amount of time that you have to spend to actually do said trails. So details of rewards can be found on the wiki, which if you go onto this page here, just the front page of Runescape, and click on this, you'll find it. You'll have the trimmed Amulet of Fury with 10% better stats than a regular version, which is quite nice. Effigies you can now get on hard and elite clues. Explosive barrels, which is a combat ready cape that causes 1 in 3 auto attacks to set off a spectacular explosion. Cosmetic capes don a sack of effigies, or the profusely perforated backstab cape. There's going to be new cosmetic capes in there. You're going to have some new funky weapons such as suitcases and briefcases. You can beat people senseless with those for whatever reason. And probably the most interesting one for me, just because I'm vain as shit, is dyes to change the look of your level 90 armor and weapons, which I think sounds pretty cool. Personally, I just kind of like this kind of thing. So yeah, dyeing Serenic into like luminous green, that'd be nice. Why not? Then you got the clue skipping tickets, allowing you to automatically fulfill certain requirements of hard clues, so you can skip like the you must wear green D-hide and ruin fucking legs and random crap. You can skip those, and that's what those tickets are for. And last but not least is Fallen Stars, increasing the size with the trails tier. So the other thing is the player examine. You can set a status such as away from keyboard and stuff, so when people click on you they find that kind of stuff. You can set a personal message, so you can tell people to stop looking at your lovely bits or whatever. I don't know. I don't really prune it. I'm sure people will find something witty. And you can choose whether to prevent other players from viewing your worn gear, combat stats and skill levels, etc., or you can allow them to actually do that. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't know why this is being added, to be totally honest. But there we go. The other thing is the Orb of Oculus. Functionally, it's been improved, making the orb easier and simpler to use, but still as versatile as before. The aim, focus, and find modes have been removed. You no longer need to wield the orb to use it, which is nice. The interface has been brought up to date, which is also nice. Might have to have a little look into this. Maybe make a new intro for shits and giggles. No? I might do that. So there we go. So basically, clue scrolls, new stuff, new rewards. Some nice new rewards, actually, personally. I think they're quite nice. Something and nothing, obviously, except for the trim, the effigies, and clue skipping tickets and dies. The other things I don't particularly mind. There's a bit in there. But you can re-roll them, which is always a good thing. Player examine. Yeah, that's the thing. And then the Orb of Oculus has been fixed, which for most people probably isn't going to bother you at all, but for people who make videos and stuff, yeah, that's quite nice to see. Perfectly honest. So, other news, you got a number of issues with XP gains from the Voice of Seven has been fixed. Weapon overrides can now be displayed over any weapon of the same combat style, etc, etc, one-handed or two-handed. And yeah, well of goodwill. So either way, patch notes, because of course it's Monday, people. There's obviously going to be patch notes. Oh my god, there's a few of them. There's quite a few. Either way, let's get into it then. So you will no longer get stuck in farming or fishing animation loops while performing actions. The Motherlode More is now more likely to give potion recipes, which is always lovely. The Melee title requirement has been lowered from 200 to 50 Harmony Moss harvested. If you've already harvested more than 50, you'll unlock the title on the next harvest. Auras will now appear in your bank rather than in your inventory after purchasing from Solomon's store. Fixed an issue with converting shadow cores if you have some in your backpack that you don't have the divination level to convert. Preset banknote information will no longer go out of sync. The issue with the Juju Hunter, Fishing and Scentless pots which cancelled their effects have been fixed. The pillars in the Melia district now illuminate in the correct location when the voice of Seren highlights the Melia clan. Which is probably a good thing. Early bird bonus rewards have been removed from the Broken Home quest completion. The quest can still be completed additionally for more rewards, including the weekly XP lamp. Mining from divine locations will now show the correct crystal pickaxe if the player possesses one. The chance to unlock the Privthinian worker's outfit and the 4 heaven emotes from the heaven agility course have been significantly increased. You will now stand at the correct position when playing an Ithel harp. You are already playing a harp message has been removed. You will now always face inwards toward Lady Heaven when participating in the Serenity Post activity. A lap count has been added to the Heaven Agility course. Mouse over the checkpoint section of the velocity interface to see your total laps. Clan Vaxiliums can no longer... I've lost myself, where am I? Clan Vaxiliums can no longer be placed in the Heaven Agility course. Spicy Stew is actually spicy when awarded from the Heaven Agility course. Fix some tiles that were forcing players to walk north to the south of the Cruas District bank chest. The Motherlode Mall will no longer give strange rocks if the statue is already complete. It is no longer possible to walk into the cliff in the Heaven District of Privthinus. Several graphical issues within Privthinus have also been fixed. The achievement banner can now I can't even speak today. The achievement banner can now be read via right-clicking rather than left-clicking by default. You can no longer select a group size of 50 for the Giant Mall. You can now add a requirement of 10 minimum kills for the Riser 6. Area lighting now transitions smoothly when teleporting between areas. Corridors in the Broken Home quest no longer appear black in OpenGL minimum and low detail modes. The old death animation has been added when dying in Legacy mode. Replica plate skirts will now once again show up in the wardrobe interface. Messages about your heart being out of tune no longer filtered by the chat window filter. An altar icon's been added on the minimap and world map for the complete Privthinus God statue. A typo of the David's dialogue has been corrected. Moving on to the Ninja Fix, there's not so many of these. You can now create a Bob preset that can be loaded on its own or with other presets. The Smuggler in Damonheim will now offer you the option of having a selection of supplies including feathers, anti-poison, rune essence in your normal stack of coins when starting dungeoneering. So instead of starting with just coins, you can choose to have feathers and anti-poison and shit instead, which is actually kind of nice. You can now check charges on a Brawling Glove, and there is now a left-click option to take slime from the Actifungus slime pool. Court summon drops now have a loot beam, that's pretty good. Villagers in Canifis now have a smoother transition into werewolves as they will not interrupt combat, which is also pretty good, although kind of pointless now since they no longer drop War Priest. Thank you very much, Jagex, you little bastards. So either way, that is pretty much it. That is your patch notes and the updates for today. So Orb of Oculus, Treasure Trails, and Player Examiner coming in, plus some minor fixes all across the board in Privthinus for the most part. So there we go. That is pretty much it for today. So what's coming up this weekend? Well, there'll be another episode of Maximum Iron Man, I dare say. You get to see me in some pretty stuff, hopefully. Then just a lot of quest guides, to be totally honest. I've got quite a few of them saved up, so yeah, I need to bang them out, you know what I mean? Either way, people, that is pretty much it. So, yeah, now you're informed. Happy days. So until next time, people, I will catch you all later. Have a good one.